Hey James, what's up? Okay. Hmm. I definitely need to collect all my paint brushes and see what I have, so I can use the best paintbrush for the best situation. Although I will say my camera I feel like my camera is turning more and more in that direction. As you used to be able to see here inside this, now you can see more of my my paintbrushes over here, which is kind of strange. I tried adjusting it a little bit, but well, mm, let me correct my mistake. Hey, what's up, Francois? Well, I did play a game of 40K today, or yesterday, technically speaking. I went up against some orcs. Got he got to me on turn two. He went first. Um, I, oopsie. I thought he kind of was kind of, how to say, I thought maybe he would wipe me out. I couldn't get my Hell Blasters that were in reserves in on turn 2. That hurt me. So I had to wait until turn 3 to get them in. And, let's see. Finish my cricket match though. Let's see, on turn 3, or actually on turn 2, he got his gas gull in the middle of the field, didn't get a charge in due to shenanigans, the 1-inch shenanigan stuff. Then I ended up charging him with, actually, yeah, anyways, end up surviving a charge into my Marinus Calgar group of Blade Guard veterans, wiped out everything but the knob in that squad. Gilliman was to the left of that squad, which had enough movement. I think I put myself in, no, I didn't put myself in assault doctrine that then, but I had enough movement to get within gas, to charge Gasgull. So, Marnus Calgar and Gilliman charged Gasgull, which had a bodyguard group and that stupid little shit that had a 2-up invul, and end up wiping out the 2-man bodyguard, which was like can't remember, Mechanobs, I think. I believe that's what they were. And also, I did the 14 attacks with Gilliman, which caused a mortal wound on one of the attacks. So, even though he had feel no pain, he ended up passing one of the feel no pains, but not the other one. So Makari died. So Calgar and Gilliman essentially wiped out the 2-man. This was during a WA. 2-man. Wait, sorry, 2-man. What the hell are they called? Anyways, the 2 bodyguards for Gasgull and the Makari on turn 2, which was at a WA, which had a feel no pain, which has the 5-up invuls and stuff. Took me turn 3 on my turn because he went first. So on his top of the turn, I reduced Gasgull's wounds essentially because he's pretty tough to kill. And I end up destroying, instead of Gilliman attacking Gasgull, there was a truck with them. So instead of killing Gasgull, I killed the truck because the truck hasn't attacked yet, and Gilliman was at 4 life left. So the truck, instead of chancing it with a truck, Gilliman destroyed a truck, and then it wasn't until turn 3 where I put us into tactical doctrine, so Gilliman and my squads could fall back and shoot and charge. What's up, Panzer? Let's see. Yeah, can y'all hear me? I see everything moving. No, tell me I've been talking this entire time to just myself. Can you guys hear me? Alright, that's good. I guess, Francois, there's something wrong with your audio there. Sure don't have us on mute? So anyways, it was a he kept me kind of tied up for 3 rounds in my deployment zone just because he wad on his second turn and really got in to my deployment zone. I was trying to brace for it and advancing a little bit, but by then it was a little too late. So so by the time it was all over with, he won by 30 points because of the what you call it that we were playing, the mission that we're playing. But by the end of it, though, I was practically wiping him out. He was out of steam by about turn 3. I think holding my Hell Blasters 1 round more than I needed to hurt me because I couldn't get my firepower into the field. But he really kind of locked me out. And then the fact that my rollings were pretty bad early in the game. I was like D6 damage, dealt 1 damage. It was pretty bad too. My rolls were pretty bad. And it's the only reason why I got some decent rolls towards the middle there is because I had a lot of twin link stuff. I had my oath, which allowed me rerolls. So if it weren't for that, my rolls would be pretty awful. So I'm trying to get my Blade Guard veteran to be all blue so I can, in a sense, paint them all together. That way none are left behind. How I kind of started painting this model black, I kind of made things a little bit more difficult on myself. Okay. Yeah. So I'm trying to think of a different, another list, but you know, I don't know. I claim that Gilliman is hindering me a bit for sure. Not too competitive of a model, but at the same time, I just really like him, so gotta try to find a way to make him work. But whenever he gets to work, though, he gets to work. He really wrecks things once he gets to melee. problem is trying to get him into a spot where he can be relatively safe and still get my points worth out of him. So I'm kind of having to baby Gilliman a little bit. I'm trying to get him. I'm trying to get myself to push him out there a little bit more. Just if he doesn't attack or do anything for too many rounds, he becomes more of a hindrance than an asset in the game. Man, I guess even with this spray paint, the paint is kind of redacting a bit. But overall, I think I did the best I could. I'm not exactly sure. Again, considering the win loss rate, the win ratio of Space Marines right now. Even though I probably would have had a better chance had I not run Gilliman and instead had significantly more models, so I could really push back. What do you mean, Panzer? I was the Space Smurf army. I went up against orcs. I was Space Marines. I wonder if I do this. Hope this doesn't mess it up too much. It's a bit lighter blue. Let's see if it sticks a little bit better. Maybe go with more of a bit of a matte medium and see if that will help the paint stick a bit better. Although it's very light. guess not. There's a lot of paint just kind of coming off. Seem to do pretty good on this side, but not so much on that other side. Jeez, why is it being pulled so much apart? Well, never mind about that spray paint then. It seems like it's doing it here too. But I will say, at least the spray paint on this particular spray paint actually spray paints really well. But maybe again, I blame myself for perhaps the other one's fault. I just don't know how to really spray paint. Okay. Jesus. Okay. Alright, with some blue left, let's try Terminator out. Let's see how well this blue goes on this Termy. looks like this blue is applying to this Termi model very well for some odd reason. Yeah, it's applying very, very well. It's not doing like it did to that last model. It's weird. I wonder why. I wonder what is causing that. Man, I can't tell if that's lightning storming or whatever in real life, or is that the music? Ah, there it goes. It starts to peel right there, but well, I got fixed pretty quick. Yeah, wow. This Termini painted up pretty well. I really like that. It looks really cool. Huh. I have no idea what's causing sometimes the paint to just retract so much versus not. All same spray paint, so I'm confused. I wonder if the paint plus primer would be a little bit better, because I end up buying a lot of just the primer alone. I figured that's what would be best. Let's see. Yeah, there's definitely no storm for today. Must be the freaking music. That's it could be the primer layers too smooth. It does sometimes feel really smooth, honestly. But the Terminator, I believe, was smoother. But then again, you know, because I like the paint to redact a little bit, to pull back a little bit, but it's a bit much on some of these models. So I guess it's not the paint then. I need to I'll probably give the other paint another chance. So too smooth. Huh. So what could be a remedy for that? Like for majority of models, it seems like it's fine, but for some odd reason, these three seem to stick very well. So I end up getting kind of inconsistent paint sometimes. I kind of like the light blue to slightly dark blue. Whenever I look at it on the actually I need to I guess eventually show you guys all the models that we've painted on this channel together. It's essentially everything. Well, I think I did buy a very large tub of this, and maybe I will oops, try what you suggest. But it's again, it's not like all of them. So yeah, the paint over here is holding very well, and it's retracting in the areas that I want it to. I don't know if you can, so you can see like the kind of the edges there. It's still wet, obviously, so hopefully it'll track a little bit more. Let me put them back with the Termies. I'm not going to paint them just yet. And I want to try to include Terminators in my army too, I think. Having more models in Deep Strike puts a little bit more threat to, allows me to have a little bit more threat elsewhere instead of strategic reserves. So I might pull back my Hell Blasters. They are great, especially with a Lieutenant and with the Fire Discipline. Crap, which I forgot all about that too. Jesus. Lethal hit and sustain hits on on 6s. Jeez, I forgot that. Uh, keep forgetting how to play my own army. So what is the next thing to paint? I believe that would be the black, I think. Oh crap, I actually need to paint that part blue. I think it is the black. So we can finish up the Desolation Squad. That's what also a lot of people fear is the Desolation Squad. And actually I need to get me an Impulsor and put the Desolation Squad into Impulsor with a 5-up invul. Kind of keep them hidden when need be and drive them out whenever need be. Yeah, I have a Liquitex white. Since I base coat them white, I'll thin down the white and kind of just lightly brush all over the area. I'll give that actually, you know, I'll give that a shot with a model I have. I do have some models here. Man, I almost painted all my test models, which I need to get back. So I'm gonna try him out. I mean, he's feeling rough, so paint will probably stick to him pretty well anyway. But I'll try him out. Alright, man, take it easy, Panzer. Drop of this. Drop of that. Plus, I did some designs for my army, which I need to redesign 2 of it to be circles again. Excuse me. That's weird. How did I paint this guy's stuff? Oh, I ran out of paint there. No. What in the world was I doing? Oh. I guess I should, grab the thicker. Guess this one will do. Whoa, that's, there we go. put that in here. I'll get this massive thing painted black. Okay. Okay. Nice and clean. Let's get the intercessors painted over here. Hey, what's up, Randall? Gosh darn it. Freaking hair sticking out. What's up, Kenner? Just getting some base colors in so I can paint them the primary colors. Overcooked chicken? How do you slow cook chicken, actually? I'm curious. And what kind of chicken? A whole chicken? I mean, typically, I suppose you slow cook things that are tough, not chicken. What do you mean by slow cook it, though? That I am curious of. Because if you know a good way to cook chicken breasts, then, you know, I'm all ears for sure. Hold on, this one strand just refuses to. Hopefully it doesn't mess up the rest of the brush, because I kind of like this brush. There we go. Okay. Oh, was it pretty good? Like, was it, I don't know, tender, I suppose? I'll say, I mean, like, the baked chicken that I have tends to be tender and juicy. Never heard anyone really slow cooking chicken, though. That's pretty interesting. Nah, just pop it in the oven for 350 until it gets to. Make sure that the internal temperature is at 165 at the very least. I always seem to overcook it a little bit to 177 because I usually try to turn it off, I think, at 150, 155, and even once it's off, I leave it inside, so obviously it will cook a little bit more. And yep, it still overcooks, but it's still actually really good. Easy, set it and forget it kind of deal. Well, not really forget it, but set it and check the temp. Just gonna dump it in the soak and fill in with broth. I was supposed to go for samurais, but I fell asleep and couldn't get a toilet. Well, was it as tender as that guy's cooking? Like that you tried? Obviously, it's not fresh that you tried his on. I must have a chicken stays moist and juicy. And Francois, you're talking about chicken breast, right? Not chicken thighs. I don't know. That might seem a little bit too complicated for me. I'd rather, for me, as soon as I get chicken breasts, and once they're thawed, obviously, I, um, I just season them with some dry seasoning, and then pop it in an oven. Have a little thermometer, like a two-part thermometer, one that stays on the chicken. It sits outside the oven, and then have a receiver wherever I'm at.
and I also have like a wireless Bluetooth one, so I could use that too, where it'll set off an alarm once it gets close to that temp, once it gets to the set temp. So Randall, not a bad idea to grab one of those. Well, I mean, you could have set yourself an alarm if it's for 7 hours. Wait, don't you have like a low cooker that a slow cooker that will cook for a certain number of hours, then switch to like warm? Or are those like just fancy cookers? I must. This was just really a test to see how. No, so I didn't go crazy. Ingredients: issues, seasoning, salt, and meat tenderizer. What's up, Sprue? I do have a slow cooker, although it's not set up because I have too many appliances in the kitchen at the moment. Oops, looks like I need to remove that piece. You know, hey, actually, let me tell you something real quick. So, and if y'all order from Amazon, right? You can order like, people who return stuff, right? So anyway, so I ordered some Terminators that were returned, and I brought them up to the shop just in case I couldn't play. At least I could build them up. Luckily enough, I got to play, and whenever I opened them up when I got back home, there were some Tyranids in there instead of Terminators. I'm like, whenever I was looking at the package and I was feeling the box, it's like it's very odd that all the sprues are kind of one-sided, like all on one side of the box. And once I opened it up, I kind of realized, yeah, someone took the Terminators from that box and threw in some NIDs in there. Looks like some, not barb gaunts, but just like looks like regular termagants. I thought it was kind of funny, but I'll say that's not the first time that happened though. The first time that ordered something from Amazon, and it was a brand new. Was it even used actually? Shipped and sold by Amazon, by the way. And I ordered because I upgraded my computer. I ordered an i7. I think it's the current gen, 13th, I believe. i7 13th gen, and when I when I opened it, it was a light bulb socket inside that package. It wasn't an i7 box at all. At least this one came with like Terminators, but inside the Terminator box was Tyranid sprues. But no, this one, this i7 here, I guess I would have been painting the guns black too. The it was a box, and inside the box was just legitimately a plastic. Inside the plastic was a light bulb socket, not the light bulb itself, but like the socket that the light bulb goes into. I'm like, what the hell? I remember hearing about this on YouTube, and I'm like, oh dang, this thing is real. You know, people getting um, things that they didn't order. And I actually heard some people around me saying that their friends did that. And one of them did get caught. And instead of suing the dude, they just let him go. I forgot how much though. So someone out there took my i7 that I bought, but luckily enough, Amazon shipped me another one. So I had to hold off on building my computer for another few days, but it wasn't a big deal. I thought it was kind of funny though. I never thought that crap was real. I thought people were just kind of exaggerating, or maybe they didn't buy it directly from Amazon, you know. But I'm one of those guys. Oops. That end up getting one of those packages from direct from Amazon. Have any of you guys received anything like that where you bought straight from, not when I say bought straight from Amazon, I mean the product itself was shipped and sold by Amazon, not necessarily from the Amazon website. I'll paint that with a bigger paintbrush. That's kind of messed up, man. Eventually, you know, they're gonna probably what they'll do is they'll put a unique serial to whatever the electronics is, and then you have to, they'll match it up with that. But then again, you know, the ultimately the person that ultimately the person that gets the item is responsible for matching up the serial to the box, I guess, the new item, to make sure that the return item is in fact the one that they shipped out. But kind of like actually, then there's another instance actually that I had where I bought something open box in Walmart, and and what the person did, they end up it was a DVD player, right? Sony has one DVD player with two different models, but it looks exactly the same. Everything about it is the same, except for these. This only differences between these two models. They look exactly alike. They come in the exact same box. One of them has Wi-Fi, the other one doesn't. So what the person ended up doing apparently is he bought the Wi-Fi model and a non-Wi-Fi model, and then return the quote-unquote Wi-Fi model back to Walmart. So they end up swapping they end up putting the non-Wi-Fi model in the Wi-Fi box and saying they didn't want that. And you know, Walmart, they do check for that. The problem is they don't know how to check whether it's the right model. So they see that it's it's the Sony Blu-ray player, but not the Wi-Fi version of it. Because I saw that in the open box aisle in Walmart and I bought it. I'm like, hell yeah, you know, it's not too bad of a price. Opened it up and I'm like, I didn't even think about it honestly. I was like, well, where's the Wi-Fi for this thing? Why isn't it working? So I checked the model number on the box and checked the model number on the DVD player, the Blu-ray player, and they're exactly the same, except I think there's like a U or W, you know, indicating that it's a Wi-Fi model version. And this one was missing that one letter. I'm like, oh my gosh, I can't believe they did that. Sorry, I'm cleaning. I want to try to keep this in good condition. But anyways, yeah. So that was kind of funny too. So I ended up returning that back, and you know, they asked me what's wrong. It's like, well, whoever returned this back originally clearly didn't put back the original one in there. Alright, let's see if it's clean now. Not too bad, not too bad. Alright. Where is the paintbrush? Use a thicker one now. Well, I mean, I'm assuming, Francois, that you would buy like things that are labeled as new, as opposed to say like open box ones or return ones. As a matter of fact, I have the mouse right there. That's a little bit out of my reach that I'm going to use for the streaming computer at the moment, but I don't want to reach for it right now. Which I bought open box. Like I don't mind. Like I buy open box stuff, you know, depending on what it is, of course. See, most of the time I save money. So far, it's only been recently that I've actually run into this issue. I guess it's becoming more and more kind of widespread, I suppose. And I've been lucky to have avoided it for so long. Ooh, itchy, itchy, itchy. Yeah, shoot. Well, I guess I'll have to wait for them for tomorrow before I can paint the Blade Guard Veteran the black that I need to put on them. And make sure that blue dries up really well. That actually turned my black into a gunmetal. Definitely going to be a lot cheaper that way. Oh man. Oof. That's going to be a tough reach. Can't even see. I can't get that angle. Well, hopefully no one can see that. Okay. Let's see, is that all the blacks are needed so far? I think so. Alright, and I've streamed for over an hour now. Making small and little progresses, but definitely making progress. So anyways, I gotta pause it right here because I did my goal for the day, which is to around 4 to 4:30 Eastern Standard Time is to stream for at least an hour every day so I can paint my pile of shame, turn my pile of shame from white of shame to blue of shame, and get as many blue of shames as possible, and then switch over to Tau or Oat or Infinity, whichever one comes next. So anyways, I'm going to pause right here. If you like my content, please consider subscribing. Thumbs up, thumbs down below. Thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next vid.